Good morning, lovelies, and welcome to a beautiful Sunday morning. I just thought I would jump in because I had a customer say in my Facebook group that she was having trouble with lining the Cake Day Cardmaking Kit stamp up with the die. So I thought I'd jump in here and show how I did it and hopefully give some tips, tricks and techniques like I like to do. My name is Charlotte Burns, if you don't know who I am, and let's get started. All right, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about this stamp and thin cut set, or stamp and dies, and it's these two pieces here to make up the cards for the Cake Day Cardmaking Workshop, which was out of stock for a while, but it's in stock. So if you're interested in purchasing this, go over to my website and find this workshop. It's really, really super cute. Now, I use the stamp and thin cuts to make up this other little card over in my group, which I've now fixed my Facebook page. You can click on a link and head straight to my group, and you can see me making up this card. It's got a couple of pockets in it. So there's a pocket that goes down in there. There's another pocket on the inside. And this is the particular die that my customer was talking about. Well, yeah, the person was talking about. And I'm assuming what she means is that she was finding it hard to get these lines to line up because it says, you know what gets better with age? And no, it's not wine. It's, you pull it out and it says you. And it's really cool. This die is so cool because it won't pull any further. And you get everything on the stamp set to make this work. But, you know, it can maybe not line up. So I'm going to show you how I got this to line up. Yeah, I'm going to try anyway. So let's go. All right. This is my stamp and thin cut, and I've left it all in there. Yes, I'm actually going to show you how I pull it out and how I block it up and everything. I mentioned also in my group that I'll often cut extras when I've got my die out. I'll often cut extras, and someone said, well, where do you store them? This particular one I have actually stored inside the case, so that if I happen to grab the case out, all my extra bits are in here. Now, one of them I did stamp and then colour up, so I've got that ready to go onto a card. It looks like it's gotten creased, but that's okay. Whereas the other two I haven't stamped yet because I wasn't sure what colour I wanted to do. Now, when I say the other two, I don't mean the other two pieces. I mean the other two sets. There are two sets here. What I do is I layer my paper. So I put two layers together and then I run it through the die cutting machine twice and I can cut two at the same time. Did you know you can do that? You might not be able to on your die cutting machine, depending on how good it is. Plug here, I do have a close to my heart die cutting machine. So if you are watching live, I can see comments, which is great. Good morning to Karen. Feel free to ask questions. If I don't get around to your questions, I will come back and watch them later. I will answer them later. If you're watching on replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you saw it. Give me some hearts and thumbs up and all that sort of thing. Let me know that you are liking and what I'm saying, can hear me and all that. Good morning to Pauline as well. All right. So these are the dies. Okay, you get the cake and the inserty bit. You also get some candles and you get a banner. It's pretty cool. Now, you can't buy this separately. You have to get this as the card making kit, just so that you know that's how we roll. So I'm only going to stamp, no, I'm going to stamp both of these, okay, just in case I get one wrong. Ha ha ha, just in case. I'll put all of them out the way. Now, I've got here my Versamat, and I flip my Versamat over so that I've got the squishy side. The thing I love about using the Versamat too is that it's black, and these obviously are white, which means it makes it really easy for me to see where I'm stamping. Okay, so that's the slices there, the cakes. Good morning to Bev and Sharon. Hello, thank you for tuning in. I have chosen two different inks. So I've chosen Espresso and I've chosen Mocha. Mocha is a relatively new colour. Wasn't sure what colour I wanted to use, so I've chosen both. And I've got my blocks. I just need my stamps. So for the cake and the slice, there are three stamps that you need to stamp. The first one is for the slice, and this is the one that I did first. I'm just not sure if I do mocha or espresso. I think I'm just going to stick with the safety of espresso And I think I've just run out of internet, so I'm just going to swap over and see if I've come back. Have I come back? I think I'm back. Oh, Lord. Okay, good. All right, so I was try and get a block that fits your stamps. If you can't, that's fine, but it does help. The other thing is this stamp will go skew if you're not careful. So what I do is I tend to place my stamp onto a non-sticky surface like the back of the Versamat. You can also use the foam insert. So in all of the Close to My Heart stamps, you've got a foam insert. You can use that as your squishy as well. Put it down, then use your block to pick up the stamp. Okay, that way it will have formed its natural shape. That's what you need. So first of all, I'm going to stamp the slice. So that's this one here. Now before I ink it up, I'm just going to have a look. And the slice isn't too bad. I have to remember where this goes. Okay, so the slice isn't too bad. We want it going down here, and it comes from that corner up to that corner, and then that should pretty well fall in place. The beautiful thing about, I've put my block upside down. The beautiful thing about clear acrylic blocks is you can see through them. Now what I just did was, this block has rounded edges and then a flat edge. It doesn't really matter unless, of course, you've got a little bit of OCD like me, in which case it matters. So I just flipped my stamp onto the other side of my block. All right, here we go. Season up the stamp. This is what I do. Ink up the stamp. Tap, 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 tap. Make sure there's good coverage. There's not good coverage. Okay, tap, tap, tap a bit more. Move the lid out the way. And I'm going to hold it with both hands just so I've got it nice and steady. And I'm going to pop the ends of these two lines up into those corners, and the bottom bit should fall pretty well into place. As long as it's all fitting on my little white bit, I'm hoping I'm back with you guys, then it should pretty well be perfect. Okay, there we go. Now, to be honest, I don't really like that colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off. I'm going to try mocha. It's not too bad. No, I'm going to try mocha as well. Okay, we're going to do one of both. I figured I'd do like a chocolatey cake, you know, or a cake with chocolate sprinkles or something. So I've just stamped it off. I'm going to use my very worn stamp chamois to clean that off. It's disgusting. Leave it on the block. That was a fairly dry one. I'll just tap it on my arm to make sure it's all gone. That's the espresso one. I'm going to bring mocha over and do it again. So I'm just going to show you that again with my mocha on the other slice of cake. So ink it up. Hopefully I'm back and you can see me. So I'm getting these two, that one and that one, up into the corners, and hoping that this one stays on the paper. Okay. And you'll see that I can see it really clearly because I've got the white on the black. If I had something white underneath, it'd be really hard to see. Leaving my stamp on the paper for 3 to 5 seconds just to let all of that ink soak in, and there we go. Now, the other thing, ladies, is if you're trying this and you're not getting it really nicely lined up and everything, and you look at my videos and go, oh, Charlotte's getting it lined up. It does take practice. Oh, yuck. It does take practice, as everything does, okay? I didn't walk when I came out of my mum's womb. It took me quite a few years to learn how to walk. Well, yeah, it did actually. I am still learning how to catch a ball, okay? You just need to practice. This might not be the stamp to practice with. You might want to practice on something else. All right. Yeah, I actually quite like mocha. Espresso's good. Maybe I'll make that a coffee cake and that one a chocolate cake. Okay, the next one. So let's bring this image down here. The next one I'm going to use is the bottom thick one, which is this one here. So again, I'm going to pop that on my mat, make sure it's the correct shape, pick it up with my block, press it on, make sure that it's pressed on properly. I'm back, that's good. That's really good. Okay, so the deal with this is that this slides into here. To get it out, it can be a little bit tricky to start with, I found, but we want this to go all the way across the edge. So if this is lining up here, this needs to line up with the edge, the bottom of the slot. Okay, does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, rewind, replay. Okay, I'm going to do my, what colour is this one? Mocha, I think. What colour is it? Yes, my mocha first. All right, so this one I'm not just going to tap. If you notice, it's got dots, but it's also got a solid section. So where I've got a solid section on my stamp, I also do a bit of a twist just to make sure that it is picking up the ink. You really need to look closely at this and make sure your little image, your little cutout is not bent upwards. You want it flat as possible. So we're going from here to here, and we want to go through the edge of the bottom of this slit. Can you see that slit? Let me bring it up. So we're going from this edge to this edge, going through the bottom of this slit. Now, if that means we need to come down a little bit, you'll notice that it's not up the top, it's actually down a little bit. Then that's what we need to do. Just make that wet again. And we want it nice and straight, but I want to make sure that I'm covering the bottom of that slit with the stamp. Stamp. Lift it off. Now I didn't quite get it. So the bottom of the stamp didn't quite get the bottom of that bit. That is not going to line up, I would say. The first time you put these in, they're a little bit tricky. There we go. So when I put my cake in, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Okay, so I can probably push that up a bit. Yeah, not too bad. All right, I'm okay with that. Let's stamp this off and clean it off with my I'm going to have to get a new stamp chamois just because the colour is really upsetting me, to be honest. Okay, let me show you the colour of a new stamp chamois. I'm actually going to do this. This one's going to be a giveaway. My stamp chamois, new stamp chamois. My stamp chamois, new stamp chamois. Pretty disgusting. I've got spares. I'm doing a giveaway over on my Charlotte's Scrap and Chat Facebook group. Keep your eye open for that one. Okay, so I still need to stamp the top of that one. I'm going to do the bottom of this one in the espresso. Has anyone had an espresso this morning? Good morning, Kate. Oh, and Michelle. Michelle has asked a question. Michelle has said, is this the fiddliest stamp set Close to My Heart have done? Absolutely not. No, Michelle, this is not the fiddliest stamp set that Close to My Heart have done. Now, the other thing you could do, if you've got one of those whiz-bang, what are they called? Misties, stamp and press, whatever they're called. You can actually get your stamp, place it where you need it, which is right at the bottom, as I said, right at the bottom of that slit, or as close to the bottom as you can get it. You could get your Misty, put the stamp on there, pick it up. I don't know, somehow this stays on the Misty, and then stamp it, and then it would be perfection personified. So I'm going to try this again. We want to get those two down, 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 down. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. No, there was one stamp, I think it was a triple layer stamp or something, and poof, no. I look at those triple layer stamps and go, no, not getting that. However, we do sell Misties. If you're a Close to My Heart consultant, you can get a Misty. If you have a Close to My Heart consultant and you want a Misty, then talk to a Close to My Heart consultant about that. So this one is better. I managed to do it better. See, practice. So my first one, I'm going to mess up the colours now. My first one didn't quite get it to the bottom of that. My second one, yep, that's better. So this one, I reckon, let's put the right colour in there, is going to line up a little bit better. Yes. 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 Okay, we still need to do the top. Now, possibly this is the harder part of it. And I don't mean to make this look really easy. I actually don't mean to make this look easy, okay? This is, so I've done the one stamp on the one card. That was my second time. This is my third and fourth time. And you know me, you know that I don't like practicing and practicing and practicing and then showing you something. Hate it when you get like, and I don't mean to bag Tupperware, but you get a Tupperware demonstrator over who's done something a million times and she goes, look how easy it is to do this. That's a really bad thing to do under camera. Look how easy it is to do this. You know, it's so easy. And I think, yep. And you've been doing it how many years? So I try and keep it really, really honest with you guys. All right, this is the top one. This, I think from memory, is the harder one to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I've got the right colour. I'm going to pop this in to the card so that I know where that needs to line up. Now, yes, okay, this is the trick. This is my trick. Hang on, I've got more comments. Okay. Yes, I know I said this is a trick. And my comments are, okay, failing then, you are making it look good. Okay, Michelle, I challenge you to buy this and tell me if it was hard or not. It's such a, you know what, I don't actually buy many card making kits, but when I saw this, the interactivity of it, I like big words at the moment, I had to get it. It was so cool. Now, put your slidey bitty thing into your card to do this part. That's my tip, I think. I'm going to do one, and if that doesn't work, then I'll take it out. So think about it. You want to line it up with that line there, yes? See, that one doesn't look as good. Yes, I'm a perfectionist. So you want to stamp the first one down to the bottom. Put your little slidey inny bitty, the slice of cake in. I've forgotten what colours it, what. This one will be that one. Okay. Then this one, making sure it's the right shape. So you've put it on your mat, it's formed its shape, you've picked it up with your block. Okay. Ink it up. It's all lines and dots, so we don't have to swish it. We're just tapping it. Do I need to do a session on, like another lesson on basics of stamping? Maybe. All right. Make sure that this is straight because Charlotte is OCD. And then, so again, I'm steadying my block with my finger. I would hold it with two hands, but I'm not going to. We want to take this line, where's my other thing? We want to take this line from the top somewhere here around to where it meets. That's possibly where people are finding it really difficult. So steady with my left little finger. From the top there, I've actually touched the card. Okay, then I'm going to roll the stamp like that. So what I did was, I can't show you the angle. I touched the card on this end just to steady that part of the stamp, and then I rolled it to where it met there. Okay, and then look, yes, that one I did make look really easy. Like that. Is that what you want? Is that how you want it? Good. I'm not going to stuff one up. I can't. Maybe I should. Maybe I should stuff one up. You know what? If you do stuff one up, if it doesn't work, just cut another one of those shapes. Do you know how much paper, do you know how much this piece of paper would cost? Pfft, not a lot. Okay? Not a lot. Now, if you don't have this stamp set, get it. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. If you would like me to send you some of these that are already stamped, what I want you to do, we're on my Facebook page. You can send me a message. Okay, send me a message and ask me to send you some. Now, these are not going to be free because you can see how much time I'm taking in very carefully. So I'm going from this edge. I'm lining this edge up first and then I'll line that up. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. So that edge, I'm going to put my stamp down on that edge and then I can swivel this. See how I can swivel? And yes, it's just gone. If you want some of these, send me a message and there will be a small fee. I will post some out to you. You'll need to figure out what colour you want. So have a look online at the colour. And there's another one. Touch. Now see how it jumbled a bit? I don't know, whatever you want to call it. That's because I touched the stamp here first and then I laid it down. There you go. All right. Hopefully that has helped. That has taken way too long. There are other elements to this particular little stamp. So on the inside, you can stamp you, you can stamp and then pull. If you would like some of these cakes pre-stamped, pick a colour, send me a message. There will be a small charge. You will get the cake, the slice, and you will also get the word pull on there. You can then write whatever you want or just colour it in or whatever, okay? So there you go, ladies. I hope you've enjoyed that. Thank you so much for those who have watched, who have given me hearts and thumbs up, who've commented. If you have any questions, or if you're watching replay, do hashtag replay. If you've got questions, feel free to comment, and I'll come back and I will read the comments. Where's my instructions gone? There. Okay. So this is from the Cake Day Cardmaking Workshop Kit, which you get all the ingredients to make up 16 cards. You get the card bases, the envelopes, the paper, everything. All right. It's really cool. It's a great thing. Close to my heart. Jump on my website. Charlotte Burns, that's my name, charlotteburns.ctmh.com.au. That's it. Enjoy. Stay safe, keep crafting, and bye for now.